Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another episode. I believe this is episode 127 of the Paint Party Livestream. We're a little off kilter today. There we are. So I'm so glad to have you back in the studio with me. Let me see here. Yeah, it's great to be in the studio with you this evening. This is my Learn to Paint journey where I take you along for the process. You can participate in the live stream tonight wherever you're watching us through the comments on whatever platform you're on. So feel free to engage there to make comments, suggestions, ask questions. I enjoy interacting with you as we go through the evening. Typically, we start a new painting and work on that. And now at the beginning of this year, I started and I switched over from acrylic paint, which I've used for the last 3 years, to oil paint. So I am still learning the oil paint process and learning to work with oil paints. So I feel like I'm back at the beginning in a certain manner of speaking, but it's really a lot of fun just to dive in and see what you don't know, get to the edge of that competency and then stretch it from there. So glad to bring you along for the journey. Let me take this. I have kind of overextended my thumb and have worn this brace generally when I'm not actively using my hand, but since I will put on some latex gloves to do the painting, I'm going to set that to the side. I hope you all have had a good week and that life is treating you well. We have had beautiful weather. We had a horrendous cold spurt probably mid to end January that was just terrible, and then we got beautiful weather in the 40s and 50s during the day for the last week or so, but now we're back to winter. In the next couple of days it's going to take another nosedive and we'll be back in the 20s and 30s, not like we had before with like -10, -20, but it is going to be chilly for the rest of February probably, but that's kind of what you expect for winter in the mountains. So let me dive right in and let's see. I'm not sure what I want to work on. So I've been working on a few different paintings because oil is so different and I have to let it dry and then paint over, and it is a different medium. I have been working on a couple of different paintings. This one, those of you that have been here the last few weeks will recognize. This is a scene from Spearfish Canyon right here where I live, and I've been working on that, so I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to work on that this evening or not. I've also been working on this study for one of the paintings I want to do for my collection of Black Hills painting, and it's turned out pretty well. I really like how it's turned out, and I don't know offhand if there's much that I would change, so I've just kind of let these paintings sit. I'm really happy with this one too. This is a little study I did for that same collection, and so I don't really know that there's much I would change on those. So that's what I'm kind of. And then this one is on the easel. I'll probably start out with this one. This is one we started last week. You'll notice if you were here last week that I've gone in, I've darkened the shadow, the snow in the shadows. I've put in some color, but I may work on this one a little bit and see what we can do. I did another layer last night, so we may start there and then move to another painting, but let's jump in and at least get started this evening. So glad to have you. I'm going to switch you over to, well, except I'm upside down. How do we flip it around? We need to rotate. There we go. All right, I'm going to bring you over to this. Oh, I wonder how much. Ooh, I only have 31% on. I forgot to bring my. I may have to go grab it because I forgot to bring my charger up here. And this phone is not going to last. 31% is not going to last the whole time we are painting. So I may have to go grab my charger. I hate to do that because I'm hooked up, but let me just go. I'm trying to figure out the best way. And I will be right back, y'all. Sorry about that. Should have been more prepared. All right, I'm back. Let me plug in my main microphone again. Okay, I think we're back. Now, I need to figure out, I lost my, how did I do this? Good grief. I can't find my actual plug to plug it in. So I will just plug it into the computer adapter, I think. Yeah, let's see if that works. And we will have cords running everywhere. It is charging. Okay. All right. Let's see. Now, let me do that so that you can see this. I think that's a little more accurate. All right. I'll put up my reference that I'm working from. Let me see. I'll put that up for you all. Let's see. Is this it? Yes. Okay, so that's the reference I'm working from. And you can see that I have used my imagination to fill in the top part of the canvas, and I've definitely adjusted this. What I'm not sure how to do is, I am not sure, the thing that jumps out at me, that just jumped out at me, is these trees are very similar in size to these trees. And so they're feeling like they're very much in the front, and then there's like quite a bit of space to these trees in the back, which is okay. And I'm not sure if that's because I put more sky space in here, or if it is because these trees are too fat, basically. But yeah, let's dink around and see what we can do. And if you have any thoughts or suggestions, feel free to make them. Okay, where's the... Okay, I'm going to turn that over so you can see my palette a little bit. So this is where my paints are. Let me get the paints open. Okay. There's my paint. Here's my palette. And I think that needs to be... rotated. Yeah, there we are. Okay. Now I'm going to push... Whoa, I'm going to push my computer back a little bit so that there's as little shadow as possible. There, maybe that's... Okay, yeah, that's how I'm looking at it. Yellow to white. Okay. There we go. Everyone's quiet tonight. So, y'all, I am applying for an art grant, an artist grant with the South Dakota Art Council. So I'll keep you posted how that goes. That would help support the creation of my collection of paintings. And so I think it would be super helpful, but we'll see how it... I'm sure I know they're competitive, but we'll see. Okay. Now what I think, if I just step back, this painting is nice as it is, but something, and I'm not sure exactly what, but it's just not as vibrant as I think I want, wish it were. And so, oh my goodness, the wind is going crazy here. We usually don't get really severe or heavy wind much because, I don't know, we are generally protected, but today has been a very windy day. Okay, let me try this. See, I think what I want is, I want to try this. I don't know if it'll work, but I want to try a little warmer snow color. So I'm mixing orange. I'll mix a little bit of blue to cut the orange a little bit. But because I think I just want something a little more vibrant, especially in the sunlight. I don't know what... Man, it's just blowing like crazy out there. This is almost like a brown, so we'll see. don't think this will show up on your camera or your screen as well. I'm really experimenting because, again, I don't really know what I'm doing. Snow can be really difficult to do as well because it is not just white, but it feels like it's just white. I mean, we look at it and say, oh, the snow is white. But if you just paint white on a canvas, you get some really murky stuff. Not murky, but just like unrealistic. What I'm not sure is how far to bring this bright color in. Okay, it's doing something. It's definitely warming it up. All right, so we have the bright, we have a really bright color of snow. Now what we need is a little bit of a red tone. I'm just trying this actually, so we'll see. Can we give some magenta, kind of a purplish orange color? For some of this, like in the Shadowlands. I don't know. My hope is that some of this magenta will then tone down, will give us some volume. Or that sense of volume. I don't know if this is working or not. I'm determined to keep painting snow. Oh, hey Bob G. I'm glad. I love to see my woods look like this a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you stopped in. I'm trying to figure out the key with snow. And I'm going to keep painting because I love painting it. And I have a feeling it's like clouds. If you all remember when I started painting years ago and couldn't paint clouds, I have a feeling that is what is happening here. And so I feel that as I become more adept, I will become better at painting snow. And a lot of it is trial and error. There's something I'm just not observing that, I mean, it works, but it's just not exactly how I want it. So that's all right. We just keep painting and painting, don't we? Okay, step back. What's not working? Now, again, it's almost like there's too much going on here. I think it's because I got, these are too dark, these shadows back here, so I'm putting some blue in. Because if I get it correct the way I want it, then I can really tone it in, if that makes sense. But I do like the color, this blue and the shadows more. We may be able to take some this blue up even. I don't know if we can do some up on the hilltop under the trees, kind of give us that feeling of stuff going on up there. Oop. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. May not work. Everything's an experiment, right? The only thing is I'm not sure if I go darker as it comes toward me. Put some in. That's the thing that's difficult, or that I'm still adjusting to with oils, because I can't just, if I try something and it doesn't work, I can't just immediately paint over it. I do like the purple, it's really pretty, but not sure. definitely does give us the feeling that it's closer to us. So let's see if we double down on that a little bit, what happens. Ooh, yeah, I really like that. I'm really liking the deep purple for the shadows. There's all these little contours in the snow that you can indicate. Now I want to go back and see if I can pick up some of this color again. Come back in. That's kind of a Pretty warm. Might have to, again, wait till this dries to, but I think I can do some of this. And suggest some of the again, I'm just really experimenting with what works, and I don't know what does. Hey there, Sydney. Thanks for joining. You guys, it's going really well. I miss you guys. My first class. Hope life is going well for you as also. I have started substituting at the high school where I live now, just for fun, and it's kind of really enjoyable. Gets me back in the classroom without a lot of responsibility. Okay, let's see now. Okay, we got some snow laid in, and I think I'm getting the feeling of you just have to have lots of contrast. Now, I'm going to see if I can do anything with these lights and darks that are so I'm sort of happy with the snow. I think there's still too much contrast between the purple and blue, but I like how the blue's going. So let's see. Miss you. Aw, I hope you enjoy. I think they do. I enjoy them and they enjoy me, and it's good. I think it's always fun to have a sub who's not too uptight and enjoys the process. So have a great, if you're working, have a good shift. And we'll pass on the gram or somewhere, or Facebook, I am sure. Keep in touch. Let me know how things are going periodically. Okay, I think this, I don't like this and this, but I can't really do anything till this dries. I can't change it. But I do like this color of blue, maybe a little darker for the thing. Oh, that's true. Please do message me. I had forgotten that. I think I saw that somewhere that you were doing that. Very cool. It's crazy how life takes you different directions. Good luck, and I hope you have an uneventful shift considering the work. All right. So I like this. I like this. So kind of this orangish yellow is good for in the sunlight, and the bluish cooler colors are good in the shadow. So now let's see what we can do. Let me see if I can, this kind of greenish, actually this kind of greenish color might work really well. Oh, I just put my finger right into the medium. This actually might work really well for sunny side of these. Maybe not. It's pretty close to the snow, so I don't know if it's gonna work. We need kind of maybe a little bit more brown and blue. A little more like this color. Oh no, I don't want. Man, those colors, I have to get used to those. Okay. Trying to adjust and send these trees a little bit further back and make them not so much. Just make it a little more dense in this forest. Because the trees were all lined up basically all the same. See, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one were all the same way, so, or same So we needed some distraction. Now this may be too... We'll see. Anywho, again, live and learn, figure it out as we go. Okay, now we have this color. I think we just take it more brown and more blue. I'm gonna get some. I wasn't expecting actually to, because I felt kind of stuck on this painting, but I'm feeling a renewed sense of where's my... I'm feeling a renewed sense of, I don't know, what would you call it? A renewed sense of inspiration, motivation for this painting. So we'll just keep working on it until we kind of reach the point where we can't. And then I'll show you what I really want to work on in the next week or two. I took on this same hike, I think, took pictures, and I combined 2 or 3 pictures into one. And I think the composition could be really cool in the subject matter. So I'll show you, even if I don't start that tonight, I'll try to show that to you. I don't know if we can do this dark over light, may not work. We really needed to do light over dark, but live and learn. I mean, I know that, but it's difficult because once it dries, then I can come in and reestablish these really dark, but this will give me a kind of a feeling. Some of this we don't want to actually go too dark because they are birch, or aspen, I mean. So we kind of just want the edge we want that shape around the whole tree. Yeah, I'm becoming much more happy with this, how it's coming more to the front. Now what I'm going to have to come, because I need the, I'm going to have to probably do another session on this. Because I need the darkest colors, the closest. So these need to be pretty dark. Because they're the closest to us, so they need to read. The shadows on them need to be much more defined, which I'm now painting wet on wet paint, so that is doubly hard, but it's doable. This is so fun though, like not really having a clue what I'm doing and just kind of figuring it out is so crazy. So crazy. But when you can let go of the perfectionism of like, oh my goodness, this needs to look correct, or this, if I had pressure to make this look right, I'd be like freaking out right now. But I don't. I just keep adjusting little by little. No, don't want to do that. We're going to end up bringing those Now I'm just messing around because it's fun. So I'm just mixing in some blue with this purple. And let's see what happens. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to make this more blue. It's soupy right now because I'm painting I think that's about where we started, was that kind of dark, muddy bluish color. But definitely feel like we're in the shadows, but I don't know that these shadows need to be that dark, because it makes you wonder, like, what in the world is over here, especially because there's bright sky there. Yeah, if you can, now I'm just seeing if I can put down some darker, that gives us the feeling of some volume. Oop, I'm taking too much, doing too much, doing too much. Man, my attic walls are shaking. It's crazy. Now I'm not sure what to do with these trees in the background because I don't have any reference really. But let's see what we can do. So I want to take a little bit of see if we can clear out this brown. It's been kind of crusty. I went over a week without painting, and so I mean the paints were in my freezer, so they didn't totally dry, but some of them, like this, the burnt umber gets just a little bit goopy. It gets goopier faster than some of the others. So we'll see if we can start it with a new little dollop. Based on what I hear in my outside, I'd say that our cold front's moving on through. So let's see. Fresh paint. Yay. Okay. Now let's see. What do we want to do back in here? This is so difficult to do in different layers like this because you don't want to paint all right. It won't show on your, maybe if I turn this off. Well, you get the glare the other direction. Wonder if I raise this up a little bit. Oh, there you go. Okay, you all get, suddenly now you get more of what I'm looking at. So now I think we do okay. I have a really dark green now. That's probably what I should have used from the beginning. It's beautiful though. So raising it up just a tad. Now, let's see, we have it pretty dark. Can we bring in this yellow and really lighten it up? Okay. I think I'm liking this. Now, can I do a little bit yellow, more yellow, take it just a little bit brighter for the closest parts closest to the sun. Don't want to overdo it too much. There. I think that gives us some feeling of depth. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Trying to put a little contrast in these. Trees there. All right. I like it, but these are in the background are coming a little forward, but that's all right. We'll keep practicing. And refining our skill. Okay, this is as far as I can take this one tonight, I think. So, I'm going to take a break. I think we'll wrap up because I don't want to start. The other one I want to do, I may do a study of it first because I think it would be really cool. A large painting. And so I really want to work out some of the things, some of the challenges of the painting before I get really deep into it, if that makes sense. So we won't start another one, but let me show you. Welcome to those of you that came in the last half hour or so. I see, I don't actually see you, but I see the numbers of people that are watching go up, so thank you for joining. Ooh, thanks so much, Bob G. I'm really now having a lot of fun exploring. Well, you can see the reference photo, taking something that's just a little smidgen of an idea and turning it into something that is, you know, a fully formed scene or idea. I think honestly, like if I just solve this a little bit, tone it down just a little bit so it's more blue and less purple, I honestly think this is pretty good. the whole painting is pretty good, so I'll probably put some more, like a little bit darker here, darker there, just to pull those things forward. But yeah, I am pretty pleased. Now, let me show you all what I'm gonna get rid of this and get rid of this. Let me show you what I would like to do at some point. Is this it? Yes. Nope. So this this reference is two different pictures, but I love this idea. I want to stretch this out, I think, a little bit. And you can't see my cursor, but where the moon is and the sky, I want to stretch that up, and then have the sun kind of setting over the clouds or over the hills. But it's actually, let me bring the other. So it's this photo. It's the lower trees. Notice the lower trees of this photo. And it is I'm not sure if I have the other one in here. Nope, I don't. But basically, I took the top of the right photo and put it behind the left photo. But I'm going to take these footprints from the left photo and put them in here, coming from the right hand side out towards the trees. So I want to have those footprints going out, leading to the trees, and then I want to have the sky or the sun setting on the hills with the moon in the background, because I just think it will make such an interesting painting. So that's one I think that I'm going to do at some point. I probably will do a study of it to work out, just to make sure it all looks like it's one cogent scene and not, I don't want it to look like it's hobbled together. But I really think if we raise up the sky to give us more sky, and we stretch out the foreground to give us more the footprints going into the painting, push the foreground trees back just a little like they are on the left hand side, push them back, then I think we will have a really cool painting. So I think I'm going to do some sketches but I wanted to show that to y'all, so just so you could see it and see what I'm thinking. All right, let me switch you back here. That will allow me to maybe, oh yeah, it will stretch because I'm not plugged in there. Stretch this out to be able to say proper good evening to you all. All right, well, I want to say thank you for hanging with me. I'm going to put a cover on this paint, put it back in the freezer. It has been a lot of fun hanging with you all, as always. Let's see. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there was some. All right. So you can see where we are with this one. It doesn't look bad. Like, I like it. It just needs, particularly in the foreground, that experiment with the purple didn't quite work the way I wanted, but I'm really pleased with how it's coming together. And so just need to do probably one more pass at this, and I'm starting little by little to get the feel of the oil paints. So that's encouraging, because it's just gonna improve as I go. So, and I am really, I mean, I like acrylics for just the ease and speed of drying, and you can try things really quickly. But I do think it's right to switch to oils at this stage of my game. So I'm really enjoying that. So, all right, well, I am going to let you go, and I want to say thank you again for joining me. I'll look forward to meeting you here at 6 p.m. Mountain Time next Monday. Oh, yeah, you can check out all of my progress photos on Instagram, and I think that's it. That said, I appreciate you. Hope that you have a wonderful week, and I will look forward to being with you here next week on the 128th episode of the Paint Party Livestream. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great night and a great week. See you next time.